Have you ever looked into the sky and imagined touching the stars, to dance in the never-ending canvas that is our cosmos? Well, a little girl was hooked into this dream for a rather unconventional reason. You see, from a really young age, she and her brother would play hide and seek in a park under the starry sky. Being the brother he is, no crook or cranny was challenging to him. She would hide in different spots every single time, only to be found as she quickly tried to evade him. And then one night, while playing, she looked into the stars that were glitching the sky above. What if I could hide amongst them? She wondered. Or better still, watch my brother's movements from up there and slip away before he finds me. There was an infinite number of possibilities waiting for her to explore. If only she could enter that fascinating realm. But of course she couldn't. Instead, she waited and waited for a chance, until finally it came in the form of a theme park. The sheer vastness of the landscape was like nothing she'd ever seen, and enclosed within it was a seemingly larger indoor roller coaster. As she walked into the ride, a cloud of eternal darkness spilled into her view. Somehow her family managed to maneuver into the roller coaster, but her mind was racing with anticipation. What exactly did this ride entail? And then she saw dots of light illuminated the landscape, glistening with an astral intensity. As they surged forward with the momentum, her vision tunneled, caked over with patches of stars. Her hope, her dream was set ablaze as her hands grazed over them. She had reached the stars at last. But like every fairy tale, a curtain was thrown over this magical canvas once more as the ride came to a halt. Bewildered, she looked up to the stars that were far away now. Were they playing a game of hide and seek too, letting her touch them for a second only to lose them the next? At that instant, she decided, a silent promise she made to herself that she'd feel the stars again, unravel their mysteries, and dance amongst them once more. I am that little girl. I'm Helen Maria Biju, a student of the Cambridge High School, and I am an aspiring astrophysicist. The stars are still there, waiting to be explored, waiting to be touched by those who dare to dream. I've always been passionate about this STEM subject. There is a rhythm to it that I enjoy. Rules set to guide you, but never really to hinder you. There's always this opportunity to challenge the very fabric of what's known and escapade into the robotic, into something anew. But students in general often find the STEM field to be a pretty daunting area. Only a slender few have both the passion and the resource to thrive in STEM. So, how do we enhance the effectiveness of STEM education in classrooms? Well, the current challenge lies in the fact that students often find themselves confined to mere memorization, lacking opportunities to apply their acquired knowledge in real-world context. This dampens their enthusiasm for the STEM field, as they fear a future devoid of creativity. A potential solution to this issue lies in redefining our pedagogical approach, and that's where project-based learning and inquiry-based learning come into play. These student-centered solutions encourage inquiry, exploration, and discovery. By allowing students to engage through hands-on learning experiences rather than passive memorization, creativity, curiosity, and critical thinking. is a global tale, resonating with countless students across the world facing similar circumstances. I want you all to think about the hard work and effort we put in to achieve our dreams. Now, imagine that struggle, but this time it's compounded by a lack of resource and expertise we often take for granted. It's like playing a game of snake and ladders, except they get bitten by snakes even before the game begins. I want to change that story, and that's why I created Embrace Minds, a community that believes education is not a privilege granted to a few, but a right. This is a student-led platform that's dedicated to facilitating the open exchange of ideas, fostering discussion, and refining concepts collaboratively. With our wonderful educators, we have conducted multiple online workshops with schools today, teaching them different concepts, including those centered around STEM. Through Embrace Minds, we are shaping the future by making a stand. A stand for education, a stand for equal opportunity, and a stand that creates a future where knowledge knows no boundaries. Let platforms like STEMX, Embrace Minds, and others be a catalyst for enticing students from across the region and beyond to the world of STEM. Thank you.